Bible way, you're going to be all right. Because you got the glory. Bible way, you're going to be all right. Just keep the glory. Just keep the glory. Apostle Greg, just keep the glory. Just keep the glory in the house. Oh! Please understand that the spirit of Jezebel targets the prophetic and soul-winning ministries. And so if your ministry, your church, your pastor has never been attacked, that means it's not a threat. Because warfare is not just something that arises when things are going wrong. In fact, warfare can be a sign that you're doing something right. But let's get into some Jezebel behaviors and characteristics, if you will. And this is not for any of us to go on a witch hunt when we get back to our local assemblies. Because I've learned that some ministries can be so addicted to warfare that they will create it themselves, even when God has their ministries in a season called peace.
That leaders are not born, they are raised, trained, and educated. Let me say that again. Leaders are not born, they are raised, trained, and educated. This is what makes this conference such an august conference, because we are here to be trained, to be elevated, to be placed in a place or posture where we will get to know more about God than what we knew about him before. And so we take the time out of our schedules, amen, to be indoctrinated by a kind of custom that will give us a leverage to go back to our churches and go back greater than we were when we came. But you're going to have to experience some of these things that's going to be tantamount to your life. Leadership is not that we are born that way, but we are raised, trained, and we are educated. If we want to be a qualified leader, we must put time in the mission. Somebody said, put time in the mission. You have to put time in the mission.
Church. For us, a benefit for us is that we do have our pastor who serves as a state senator who actually links us up with community groups and local officials. But all of you know your local politicians, because when they want your vote, they come and speak at your church, right? They come to you. So this is where you go to them and ask them for your service to them. I mean, they are supposed to help expand the community with you. So that is one thing. I have been, before coming back to Atlas Road, I was instrumental in working in D.C., working with council members and the mayor there. And we always looked for ways to help us spend the money that the government gives us, because if we don't, guess what? They're going to take it back. So there is plenty of money out there, but you just have to know different ways to do it. One, if you can, you really look online for free grant writing classes. They have a ton of those. I heard Spud and Jason mention yesterday, YouTube is your friend. It can be your friend with that as well. Just looking on the list of things that your county or your state and your city offers when it comes to free grants. Our city right now offered over $3 million worth of free grants to people because of COVID. COVID is going, they have a ton of grants out there now just to help things of feeding seniors or getting out things for homework projects. So if you look at your state and local officials, look on their websites, get those things and see what kind of grants and stuff they offer. Be plugged into your local officials. I think that's a way to build those partnerships.
IBW family, great evening, everyone. Thank you for logging in tonight. So, as I mentioned earlier, we were scheduled to have a guest on tonight to talk about the Leadership Summit, Bishop Dexter Cannon, but he will not be with us tonight. It will just be myself tonight, and so I get to have a conversation about what's happening this week and next week. But we thank God for Bishop Cannon. Want to say congratulations as he has become the pastor-elect of one of the ministries in his hometown in South Carolina. So congratulations, Bishop Cannon. We still can't wait to hear from you on next week. So if you were on earlier with the chief, if you weren't on earlier with the chief, I want you to go back and watch the replay for Fasting for Breakthrough with Apostle Willie E. Rookert, because we shared some news that I'm going to share again tonight. And that is that on this Thursday, there will be an AI and ministry fundamental or foundations of AI this Thursday at 8 p.m. Now, in order to get in that session, you must be registered for the IBW Leadership Summit. So the summit, while it starts next week, it really starts this week, because we are sharing some great information about the fundamentals and foundations of AI, how you can use AI to impact your ministry, to be more effective, to be more efficient, get some time back. You'll be able to be more organized. You'll be able to do some things that you may not have had time to do previously, but through the ministry tool of artificial intelligence, I'm calling it a ministry tool, you'll be able to, just really do some wonderful things to help you navigate not just change, but also ministry. Blessings, Lady Jackson. Congratulations on 25 years of ministry. Great to see you all on tonight. My brother Jeff Brown, what's up, brother? Thanks for logging in tonight. Those of you who are on Facebook, those of you who are on YouTube, let us know where you are logging in from. Hey, Gail, blessings, man. Shout out. Jersey is in the virtual space tonight. So I wanted to take this time tonight, and you can ask me questions in the comments. We are engaging to talk about the Leadership Summit. It starts, the in-person Leadership Summit starts next Wednesday. The pre-summit session for ministry and AI starts. Bishop Jackson, Bishop Charles J.J. Jackson is listening. Y'all, him and Lady Jackson just celebrated 25 years of ministry impact. It's amazing. In the comment section, let's go ahead and wish them a congratulations to the Jacksons. Lady Elaine and Bishop Charles J.J. Jackson. Let's wish them a congratulations in the comment section. All right, guys. So the Leadership Summit this Thursday, myself and Elder Brown will be talking about artificial intelligence. We'll be talking about what it is not, some ways that you can use it. It is one of the fastest growing, or if not the fastest growing technology, right? And it's having, some of the biggest impact on the earth, on the world, right? See, y'all thought I was going to say the biggest impact in the church. No, it's having an impact on the world in every industry. In every industry, I need y'all to hear me. In every industry, AI is impacting the world. And so we want to get in, right? While many are still adjusting, we want to get in as early as possible. It is said that, I want to say George Barner, um, in one of his writings or his statistics on the church, talks about how the church is always fighting against something and always the last to get in. And I believe in my heart of hearts that we, as the people of God, children of light, should walk in that light. Right? We should be able to discern the times. We should be able to discern what's good, what's not good for us. Right? We should be able to discern what tools are beneficial for us. We should be able to discern that. Do our research, right? Because one of the things that we've also been found guilty of is criticizing things we don't understand. Because we don't understand it, we criticize it. Because we don't understand it, we curse it. Because we don't understand it, we separate ourselves from it. We demonize it. Just like this platform we are on now, Facebook, social media, pre-pandemic was the devil. And now some of us can't get off. And we don't realize that Facebook, IG, TikTok, they're not the devil. It's always the responsibility of the user. So with AI, we want to learn. We want to open the door, the window of how we can use AI to be more effective, to be more efficient, right? To be more professional, to be more aesthetically pleasing, as well as having the depth behind the aesthetics, right? It is not to replace the human. It is not to replace the human. It is to assist, right? It is to assist the. It is to assist us in what we are doing as it pertains to kingdom work, as it pertains to life, as it pertains to business, right? It impacts multiple. It impacts multiple industries, and so we want to get ahead. We want to get in, and we want to maximize it. 1 second. Hey Sherry, how are you? All right. So, um, y'all, my sister Sherry, Pastor Sherry Brown, is on. Thank you for the update, man. Shout out to the Jacksons. 38 years, 34 years pastoring, 38 years preaching, celebrating 25 years at Cornerstone. Thank you for the update. Yes. So the Jacksons, 25 years pastoring at Cornerstone, 34 years of pastoring in totality, and 38 years of preaching. It's amazing, y'all. God is doing amazing things, man. So may God continue to favor. May God continue to give you strength, insight, revelation as you continue to do ministry and impact those who we have called you to. So, we had some stuff going on in the comment section, so we had to deal with that real quick. So we're getting ready for the leadership conference, navigating change, and we're kicking off this week. But do me a favor, tomorrow night we go live with Bishop Emilio Alvarez. Right, Bishop Emilio Alvarez is going to be talking to our bishops, 21st century, the episcopacy in the 21st century, and then he is going to speak to the general body on next Thursday morning, right? And it's going to be amazing. Listen, all of our facilitators are professors and facilitators on the seminary level, on the college, higher education level. So it's going to be really good. All right. So now, once you register this week, like tonight, tomorrow, Thursday morning, you're going to get access to our presentation on Thursday night about AI and ministry. Then on next Wednesday, right, you're going to have a couple of days to digest all that you learn about AI, right? You're going to have a couple of days to go to some of the apps that you downloaded to, start doing your homework, start, getting your feet wet in the AI world, right? In the things that you can do to create the things that you can create, right? And then on next Wednesday, many of us will travel down to Williamsburg, Virginia. All services will be at Bethel Restoration, man. So shout out to Apostle John Gray and Lady Laverne Gray and the Bethel Restoration family. um, so I'll email you offline, Lady Jackson. I'll email you offline. We do have some things that we're promoting. We do have some things that we are promoting to order, right? So you'll be able to order there, and then you'll be able to put an order in Williamsburg, and we'll show you what we have. We got a couple new designs, and I think they're really nice. I think probably some of our best designs yet, right? So, and we'll be able to order those starting next week and moving forward. So next week we travel to Williamsburg, Virginia. Kickoff on Wednesday. On Wednesday, if you are not a bishop, you'll be able to relax. You'll be able to prepare your mental for all. I need y'all to hear me. Your mental for all that will be shared during the conference, because it's some heavy content when you think about navigating change. So many different things come to mind, right? Many of us experience changes in our families. Change is inevitable. We're experiencing change in our personal lives. Some of us are growing older, right? They say 40 is the new 30. I say 40 is 40. They say 50 is the new 40. I say 40 is 40. They say age ain't nothing but a number, not until you realize your body changes, right? So change happens, right? And we can't avoid it. So, the information that's going to be shared, we have to prepare ourselves. And we're excited, right? So as I mentioned, Bishop Alvarez will be kicking off on Wednesday night and Thursday morning, right? Wednesday night and Thursday morning, followed by Bishop Mark Talbert of Greater Mount Calvary Churches, the presiding prelate of Greater Mount Calvary Churches. Y'all, it's gonna be amazing. Then we get a moment to take a break, go to lunch, get to kind of talk a little bit about some of the things that were shared. And Bishop Mark Talbert is going to be talking about leading leaders. I'm going to get you some of the subjects. And if you registered, you'll get the full, complete itinerary this week. If you register, you'll get the full, complete itinerary this week. I want you to, I'm going to read some of the topics off to you. Because yeah, it's going to be really good. It's going to be really good. I'm going to make sure I get the topics right. All right, so Bishop Emilio Alvarez on Wednesday will be talking about episcopacy in the 21st century. Episcopacy in the 21st century on that Wednesday. And then on Thursday morning, he's going to talk about the resilient leader. If we're gonna navigate change, we have to become resilient, right? No, I wasn't frozen. I was looking through the notes, make sure I get the titles for the workshops right. So he's going to be talking about the resilient leader. The resilient leader. If we're going to navigate change mentally, emotionally, spiritually, right, we're going to have to be able to stand the test of time. We are going to have to build up our resilience to the changes. All change isn't bad, right? There's going to be some storms that you're going to have to weather. There's going to be some changes that you're going to have to work through, right? Seasons when you don't have all the answers. Right? We don't talk about that. There are just some seasons you don't have all the answers, and you just got to follow God as best as you're able to, right? Or that your perception allows you to. Because these are unknown places that God is allowing you to travel through. So you got to trust his promises. You got to trust the light that he places in front of us. One step at a time, walking by faith. So he's going to talk about the resilient leader. Bishop Mark Talbot is going to be talking about guiding God's people through shifting seasons. Guiding God's people through shifting seasons. And some of us are experiencing that now. Some of us are experiencing shifting in seasons. Some of us are experiencing things being one way one day and another way another day. People being with us one day and then not being there. And some of those are people that we trusted. Some of those are people that we leaned on. They're no longer there. How do you navigate when your right hand is no longer your right hand? How do you navigate when those that you leaned on in ministry, right? It doesn't have to necessarily be your right hand, but a group of people that you leaned on that allowed you to feel safe, allowed you to be able to focus on your responsibilities. They're no longer there. How do you shift? How do you navigate that change? How do you navigate federal shutdowns? Shifting seasons, guiding God's people through shifting seasons. How do you guide God's people through loss? How do you guide God's people through grief? How do you guide God's people through a move, new location, new family, new job, or loss of job? Y'all, you got to be there. Listen, this is an investment. This is not, oh, you just paying for another church conference. This is an investment. And for anyone who has experienced in the leadership summits, our leadership summits have been top tier. The information you've been getting, we've had marriage panels, we've had marriage talks, we've had the pastor's corner, talking to pastors about shepherding. We've had a myriad of topics discussed, right, during the pandemic. We had the Mark Moores, we had the James Rosens, we had the Bishop Charles J.J. Jackson, we had the Bishop Sean Sewells, right, talking theology. We had people to speak about administration, right? And when they're speaking, these are not things that they're talking about that's exclusive to the church. These are things that can be used in multiple industries, right? So it stretches us so that we're not just impactful within the four walls of our church, but we're impactful in anything that we put our hands to do, any group that we are a part of, right? We're effective. We bring value, right? The Leadership Summit. You saw a quick clip of Apostle John Gray, Overseer Evan Risher, Bishop Timothy Clark. You ain't nothing but dirt. Don't you think you're better than you really are? Reminding us, right? And reminding us of who we are and how, even as leaders, we walk in humility. So it is. Again, this is not just another conference, right? Dr. Liston Page. I mean, the list goes on, the list goes on. I mean, it's been some amazing sessions over the past 5 years, and so we're back with this particular session. We're talking navigating change, and we're trying to bring current topics that are impacting our churches now, right? Everybody, and then everybody's that comes to speak are not, you know, preachers. You know, these are people who are subject matter experts. You saw the clip of my brother DJ Jackson. You saw the clip of my brother DJ Jackson and his uncle Mac Jackson, and they were talking about CDCs, community development corporations, right? Partnering to, get work done in your community, because these are some of the ways that the church remains effective and remain relevant, right? Providing and meeting the need of their community, what they have to do to receive funds and grants and different things like that. So we talk strategy, because we know that some of the things that the church desire to do, it's not going to come through tithes and offering. You got to have other means of resources that sow into the ministry, or God divinely connects you to someone who can fund what you're doing. We cover the topics. We have Bishop Ricky Carr, talking about the finance, talking about the taxes. And so all right. So, all right, the next, Bishop Guy Robinson. So these next two, they were so great last year that they're coming back. They were so great last year, they're coming back. Bishop Guy Robinson is going to be talking about the psychology of change. The psychology of change. Come on. Change your mind. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. If you're going to have sustained deliverance, you're going to have to change your mind. If you're going to be a new creature, old things passed away, behold, all things become new. That means your mind too. And sometimes the things that we wrestle with is old habits, old thinking, right? And we have to, consider that once we've spoken in tongues, once we've danced, once we've cried, have we changed our minds? We got to learn to reframe our way of thinking. Some of us are just an adjustment of thought away from a new life, new relationship. And it can be with the same person. It's just new because you think different, right? Some of us are married to old thoughts, right, that are no longer good for our current situation. Right? So, psychology. Oh man, I can't wait to get in this one because I'm so intrigued. I'm so intrigued. So we got 2 sessions of that, right? We got to listen. We are taking our time. We're not trying to rush with this. We are taking our time with this. And then on that Thursday, Bishop Rosen is coming back with the Pastor's Corner, and so he and maybe another person, or maybe a couple of people, a panel, will talk about navigating change from a pastor's perspective, and they'll be diving into some of the things that the pastors experience, right? 7 p.m., our bowling fellowship. We're back. Man, I hope y'all been practicing. Because we're going back to Bolero, 7 p.m. for our Thursday night fellowship. It's going to be amazing. After a day of just downloading so much content and information, it'll be a time for us to kind of relax, for us to come down and things to settle, right? And we get to go and enjoy one another's presence, get to laugh, have great conversation, and bowl. And then Friday we come back, Bishop Guy Robinson for part 2. And then we're going to close with the Bishop, Dr. Dexter Cannon. And he's going to be talking about God's, the theology of change, God's hand in the shift. This is some heavy content. I want you to mentally, emotionally, spiritually prepare for the download, or for the divine download, right? And it's going to be special. We want you all to register. If you have not registered, we encourage you to go to the website tonight, internationalbibleweek.org. Click on the events tab and register. It's going to bless your life. It's going to be an investment, but I promise you, you will have a great ROI. You will have a great return on your investment, right? You'll be able to lead. You'll be able to navigate, right? You'll be able to stand the test of times, right? Because we're building resilient leaders. Tools that you'll receive will help you not be afraid of change, right? You, as a leader, you'll be able to see what you stand to gain rather than focusing on what you may lose or who you may lose. God's got something more for International Bible Way and everyone that's connected. And I love y'all tonight. I praise God for you all. Do me a favor. If you're not going to be there in person, register virtually. Sponsor someone. Right? So into someone's life. Hey, especially if you're in that area where you can drive, sponsor someone. Let's do me a favor. Like before the end of the week, let's get another 100 people to register. Let's get another 100 people to register this week. We're about halfway to our goal. Let's get another 100 people to register before the end of the week. And I'll say this. I did not consult Elder Brown, but if you register this week, you'll still get to see. If you register this week and it's past Thursday, but it's Friday, you'll still get to see the AI ministry session. But you got to register this week. We will record and we will send you the information, but you must be registered. If you are registered, you will get to see the ministry in AI along with being able to be a part of the classes next week. This is something special. We thank God for you. We thank God for the vision of our presider, our leaders who have made the opportunity for us to come and sit and learn. There's so much more for us. Let's go and get it in this season. All right. Peace and blessings, family. We're back tomorrow night at 9 p.m. with Bishop Emilio Alvarez and my good brother, Darrell Brown, District Elder Darrell Brown. And we can't wait. We cannot wait. Looking forward to hanging out with you guys. Gail is a good bowler, too. Gail tried to bowl with her crutches last year, y'all. Gail is Gail's a soldier. She's a true trooper. But yeah, so let's make it happen. And we look forward to seeing everybody. All right. Peace, family.
Bible way, you're going to be all right. Because you got the glory. Bible way, you're going to be all right. Just keep the glory. Just keep the glory. Apostle Greg, just keep the glory. Just keep the glory in the house. Oh! I'm going to Haggai chapter 2, put myself on a time restraint.